Welcome back to TechRadar. I'm Matt Phillips, and CES this year was a bit of a different one. We couldn't get hands-on with a lot of the products we wanted to, but we still produced some great content, from interviews with execs at Samsung to a roundup of the best robots and smart masks coming out of CES 2021. And as normal, all of the TechRadar staff have voted on the things that they're most excited about coming out of this year's show. So let's jump in and take a look at what the future of tech might hold. The AMD Ryzen 5000 mobile processor. AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su delivered a triumphant keynote at CES 2021, where she showed off the much-anticipated AMD Ryzen 5000 series of mobile processors. The new processors are based on the same Zen 3 architecture as the desktop Ryzen 5000 CPUs that launched at the end of 2020, and look like they could spell serious trouble for Intel. When it comes to battery life, AMD claims the Ryzen 7 5800U can last up to 17.5 hours in general use, and up to 21 hours when playing back movies. We'll need to verify these claims ourselves when we get hands-on testing, but if they're even remotely accurate, these new processors could be real game changers for laptops. Next up is the Lenovo Lavy Mini, is that right? Probably not. This is what happens when a netbook meets a Nintendo Switch. It's a hybrid low-power laptop that can transform into a gaming handheld. It'd be perfect for emulators and game streaming on the go, but also gives you that versatility of browsing the web and streaming music in between gaming sessions. In terms of specs, you're looking at an 8-inch 1900 by 1200 touchscreen backed up with a Tiger Lake Intel Core i7 processor with Iris Xe graphics, 16GB of RAM, and a 256GB M.2 SSD, and an optical touch sensor instead of a trackpad. It uses a tiny keyboard and can plug into a dock for 4K 60 frames per second output to your monitor or big screen TV. The bad news is, at this point, it's just a concept. It doesn't seem like Lenovo have any plans to manufacture it just yet, though that could very well change after Lenovo sees how much interest there is around it, but we wouldn't toss out your Nintendo Switch just yet. Now, one of the devices that grabbed a lot of headlines over the past few weeks was the LG rollable phone. We've been hearing rumors of an LG rollable for a while now, but CES 2021 was the place LG decided to officially confirm the name of the phone, while also providing a brief glimpse of it in a teaser. From the teaser, you can see something that starts out looking much like a conventional smartphone, but with edges that extend to create a small tablet. This makes it a very different design to foldable phones then, but the result is very similar, giving you the option of either a larger screen or a smaller one at any given time. We don't know price or release date for the LG rollable just yet, but sources familiar with LG's plans told CNET that the LG rollable will be coming in 2021, and an LG spokesperson just confirmed that it will be launched this year. I hope you've been saving your pennies for this one though, because recent leaks have suggested the LG rollable might cost as much as $2,359. Keeping with LG, another thing we were impressed with at CES 2021 was their transparent bed TV. LG is taking the luxury of watching TV in bed to the next level with its 55-inch transparent OLED smart bed concept that smuggles a transparent OLED TV inside the foot of your bed. This concept combines two of LG's previous prototypes, the LG transparent OLED that we saw at CES last year, and the LG rollable OLED that we saw 2 years ago. According to LG, the rollable OLED takes about 25 seconds to fully extend from the foot of the bed, but LG also says that you can change how much the TV rolls up at any one time, allowing you to change the aspect ratio of the TV on the fly. This, LG says, can be useful if you only need a small window to check the weather or activate LG's ThinQ IQ Assistant, and is faster than unfilling the whole screen. But if you don't have anybody to snuggle up with in bed and watch TV, this next one might be for you. What a segue. The Moflin pet robot. Created by Vanguard Industries with a successful Kickstarter campaign, Moflin is an AI pet robot with emotional capabilities, whatever that means. It looks like a furry grey guinea pig with black beady eyes and soft fur. Its creators say that its unique algorithm allows Moflin to learn and grow, using built-in sensors to evaluate its surroundings. These sensors include accelerometers with gyroscopes, touch sensors, and microphones. That means it's capable of distinguishing between different people depending on how they interact with it, and can express its feelings accordingly. According to the company, each Moflin will develop an individual personality over time, depending on the environment and how their owners treat them, with possible emotions including anxious, calm, happy, excited, and more, just like a real pet. Unfortunately, robot pets rarely come cheap. Vanguard Industries says that it aims to successfully deliver its first Moflin in March, and you can get your hands on one by pledging $400, with delivery expected in June 2021. Next up, you know we couldn't go on without mentioning the peak 2021 product out of CES. It's Razer's smart mask, the Hazel, complete with RGB lighting. Obviously. Razer has revealed a serious smart face mask at CES 2021, and with everything that's going on in the world, it's the exact combination of technology, audacity, and safety that we need. While the aesthetics won't be a hit for everyone, before you make any rash judgments on this RGB injected medical wear, you should know that every part of its design plays an important part, even the funky lighting. The RGB lighting on the mask will indicate low power levels or let you know when the filter needs replacing, though you can turn off the lighting if you prefer. The mask is also waterproof, scratch-proof, and face filtering thanks to the silicone liner that forms a seal to prevent rogue airflow. As a way to help the hearing impaired, the clear face panel design was purposely included for better socialization and to help with those who require lip reading for assisted communication. Razer is also currently patenting its Razer Voice Amp technology, which prevents the tight seal face mask from muffling your voice by using inbuilt microphones and amplifiers to give your speech crystal clear clarity. While there are working prototypes, Razer has made it clear that Project Hazel is a work in progress and will continue to be optimized with the help of community feedback. There isn't currently any mention of when we can expect to see the mask hitting shelves or an estimated retail price. But if feedback on social media is anything to go by, it seems the world is ready for it right now. Keeping with Razer, their Project Brooklyn gaming chair certainly turned some heads this year. Project Brooklyn is the first of its kind gaming chair that offers haptic feedback, customizable RGB lighting, and a 60-inch OLED rollout display that's mounted to the seat back, providing an immersive panoramic visual. And all of this is deployable at the push of a button. Since it's just a concept build, the odds of seeing the Project Brooklyn chair available for sale are slim, but elements of the chair could be implemented into other products. The company said that it plans to continue development of the concept and plans on testing it out with top-tier esports players and influencers to assess the project's feasibility. Rollout screens were certainly the hot-button topic of CES 2021, so it's almost certain that we will eventually see something like Project Brooklyn sooner rather than later. Or at least that's what we'll keep telling ourselves. Whilst we saw a number of smart home robot helpers this year at CES, only one really meets all the criteria for availability and actual usefulness: the Samsung JetBot AI 90 Plus. Samsung JetBot patrols your home using object recognition technology to decide the best cleaning path. It uses LiDAR sensors to get up close to objects like toys while avoiding the more fragile items like vases. Although we've seen smart vacs before, the JetBot 90 AI Plus aims to be the first that will never, ever get stuck. There was no shortage of soundbars at this year's CES either, and the Samsung HW Q950A wins the award for the most impressive, as it can work as an 11.1.4 system when you attach two wireless rears. Unlike most soundbar setups, the included wireless rear speakers each have a corresponding side firing channel, blasting your music or TV audio at you from every angle in conjunction with the bar's up-firing tweeters. The Samsung HW Q950A also comes with a wireless subwoofer that features a built-in microphone. This mic acts as a subwoofer to scan the room and calibrate the sound accordingly, so it should sound great wherever you place it. For gamers, the soundbar also comes with a brand new game mode to introduce more dynamics to your game experience, as well as an active voice amplifier to boost the dialogue in films and TV shows when it detects noise disturbances. There's no word yet on how much the Samsung HW950A will cost, but if its predecessor is anything to go by, it'll be pricey. The previous generation cost $1,399 when it launched last year, and you can expect the latest model to be at least as expensive. One of the biggest surprising announcements at CES 2021 was Sony's new drone. Although it's not exactly the DJI competitor that we were hoping for. Sony first announced the Airpeak drone project back in November 2020, but didn't reveal any images or details. But now at CES 2021, we've seen some short video clips, and it seems like Sony's attacking the high-end professional market. In fact, in its short announcement, Sony said it would be launching a new business targeted at professional videographers and photographers in the first half of 2021. Starting with a professional drone makes a lot of sense for Sony, as that's the market that its biggest land-based cameras like the Sony a7S III and the Sony a7R IV reside in. Also, not only are the margins on higher-end drones much bigger than their hobbyist equivalents, the Airpeak fits neatly into Sony's position as high-end for both professional filmmakers and aspiring creators. Bluntly speaking, that means it's going to be expensive. For now, it looks like DJI will continue to reign in the affordable drone space, but the Sony Airpeak is certainly shaping up to be a hugely impressive new contender for the higher altitudes. TCL TVs are always impressive at CES, and it looks like 8K could become affordable. At CES 2021, TCL announced its affordable mid-range sets would be getting a bump up in resolution this year, bringing 8K to the masses. With that said though, TCL hasn't announced the price of its new 2021 R6 48 models. But if past year's models like the 6 Series R6 35 are anything to go by, we'll be seeing a sub $1,000 8K TV at some point in the next 12 months. Sticking with TCL, its next paper tablet is what would happen if you merged a conventional tablet with an e-ink reader. 8-inch Full HD display emits no blue light, making it much easier on the eyes. Because it reuses natural light, the next paper is 65% more battery efficient than the traditional e-readers. So it looks like you're getting the best of both worlds. In terms of specs, the TCL Next paper packs a 5-megapixel front-facing camera and an 8-megapixel rear camera, with a 5,500 mAh power battery, and an Octane core processor that allows users to watch videos and other media. None of that will exactly make traditional tablets like the iPad run for the hills, but considering that TCL plans on selling the Next paper for just €349 in Europe, Microsoft and Apple might well lose some of that budget tablet market. Like I said, rolling screens were kind of the hot topic at this year's CES, and TCL didn't let them pass it by either. Not only did the company affirm that its rollable phone is still in development, but during its CES 2021 presentation, the brand showed off a new rollable concept, one that rolls upward to make the phone taller. They also showed off a wide scroll-like display, unfurling into a 17-inch display that would reach laptop-sized screen dimensions. TCL actually showed off working tech demos of the vertical rolling display. So while these phones might not be ready for market just yet, they're certainly on the way. For now, these are firmly in the concept product category, but hopefully by the time next year's CES comes around, we'll actually be able to get these things in our hands. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed all the rest of our CES coverage. If you missed any of it, we made a playlist for you that you can check out just up here, and you should definitely consider subscribing to TechRadar on YouTube so you don't miss any of our future events coverage. Let me know down in the comments below if you think we missed any big announcements off the list, and all that's left to do is remind you to head to techradar.com for all the latest tech news and reviews.